strategy between crime intelligence and police, within the police. They've been able to thwart off a number of dangerous criminal activities of cash heist in the country. We, however, are concerned about the rise of crime. There's a lot of guns in our society, and we need to rise in working together with the police to fight this. The ANC will, in the next coming weeks, as per its own program of action, mobilize society in action in the fight against crime in the country. The rising of crime is linked also to the economic situation all the time. When the economy is going, south, not up north, you will actually find that social ills that rise, among others, is the rise of crime as a result of unemployment and so on. So, whilst we do all the work that we do, mobilize civil society, the performance of the economy to ensure that the economy performs and create jobs is important in enhancing our capabilities to fight crime in South Africa. Coalitions in Gauteng, the coalitions in Gauteng between the ANC and the EFF are actually born out of an understanding that the ANC work with political parties on the left that seek to uplift the lives of the people for the better. The discussion of today in the NEC will evaluate all the work that has been done, because we have had massive coalitions in the country post the local government elections. And we get into these coalitions and arrangements of cooperation not by choice or default, but we look at what is strategic for the ANC. What we want out of these coalitions is stability. That is one, to run local government. But equally, we want to work with people who are going to advance the interest of our people on the ground. And if the EFF agrees to work with us on that agenda, the ANC will be amenable to work with the EFF to ensure that we bring services to our people and there is stability on the ground. So we don't get into coalitions with a cap in the hand asking for anything. We have been out of coalitions and government in most of these municipalities, and they've simply underperformed. We have been out of government in Tshwane for the past 8 years. We have been out of government in Port Elizabeth for the past 8 years. We had a coalition led by the ANC in Ekurhuleni. It was stable for the past 5 years. And that coalition, I dare say, it delivered. Housing, water, and all the challenges, not entirely all, but it did deliver. But coalitions in Pretoria, in Tshwane, don't work. They have not worked under the DA auspices. And this is not far-fetched. We held a march which highlighted the fact that the DA coalition in Tshwane is failing to deliver the results in that part of the province. There's been an unstable coalition in Johannesburg between the ANC and, among others, also with the DA and its partners back and forth. And it was further trivialized by the new kid on the block, Action SA. But we believe that what has now come to fruition at the present moment can be sustainable going forward in the city of Johannesburg. We are reflecting on all of this and getting reports. The comrades of Gauteng have been working in consultation with national office bearers and seeking guidance in terms of the perspective and implementing the approach of cooperation and co-governance in some of the municipalities in the province. We will get the report of that, and the NEC will reflect tomorrow, and we'll give you a feedback during the discussion and post, what is the ANC approach to the coalition? So we'll be able to answer that question, Samkelo, quite in a detailed manner. Minister of Electricity and the Powers, we will get a report. In our view, there shouldn't be an issue about what the Minister of Electricity can get in terms of powers. It's an operational matter. It's an issue that the NEC itself will reflect on, and the officials, but we expect the Minister of Electricity to have some powers to be able to do work and intervene directly, because his work is short term, is to do away with load shedding. And if you need powers to intervene, then that must actually be addressed expeditiously. So we will attend to that particular matter as part of the discussions we'll have in this meeting. And what are we aiming to get? No, we're not aiming to get anything from interaction with SWAPO. SWAPO is our fraternal ally as the NEC. The fact that President Geingob is here in South Africa on a mission of government to government, and is addressing all the issues Spamandla is asking about in terms of security, and also in terms of their attitude towards the ICC. That is the position of SWAPO government with regard to ICC. We ourselves were grappling with that particular issue here in South Africa. But being a fraternal party and coming to South Africa and having a meeting of the National Executive Committee, we are consolidating bilateral relations among fraternal parties, and SWAPO is one of the key parties we will be engaging with. And we are blessed to have Comrade Geingob, the president of Namibia and the president of SWAPO, coming to South Africa and meeting with our National Executive Committee. We will, of course, reflect on a whole range of political issues. The state of the liberation movement in Southern Africa. We will reflect on party-to-party relations and what are the challenges that we think we are facing. And that includes also the decrease, among others, of support, and how do we work together and what informed that decrease of support in Namibia and even in South Africa. So we share the thinking between the parties that are in power and coming from the liberation movement background and as fraternal parties. Dumagandlovu, awards are decided by government, particularly national orders. So that question can be directed there to government, because when government give awards, they undertake a whole lot of other, vetting and checking on individuals, so they can respond to that. To Magandlovu, in terms of the Nugent Commission and so on, it is a reality. And the question is, those orders are given by national government. The ANC have not reflected on that. And we have not reflected on that matter in particular. And if we have a view, and the ANC have a view on award to Dumagandlovu, will express that view as the African National Congress. I've answered Spamandla in terms of the issues of SWAPO. SWAPO is our fraternal party, and so we have a bilateral engagement and also enhancing relations between the fraternal parties. And we are blessed to have President Haige as part and parcel of people who will come and address and interact in a bilateral discussion with the ANC leadership. Thank you very much.